This disclaimer is a must for YouTube. This video is for commentary, education, and entertainment purposes only. The opinions expressed are my own. The facts discussed are based on publicly available information. This video is intended to encourage critical thinking about privacy, surveillance, government, and civil liberties. What if I told you that every time you drive down the road, a camera might be watching? Not because you've committed a crime, not because you're a suspect, but simply because you're there. For most people, that's no longer science fiction. It's reality. Over the last 20 years, America has quietly built one of the most advanced information sharing networks in its history. Most people have never heard of it. It's called the Fusion Center Network. After the terrorist attacks on September 11th, fusion centers were created to improve communication between federal, state, local, tribal, and territorial agencies. Their mission is to collect, analyze, and share information related to terrorism, crime, and public safety. Today, dozens of fusion centers operate across the United States as information-sharing hubs. On paper, that sounds reasonable. If agencies communicate better, maybe crimes can be prevented. Maybe dangerous people can be stopped before innocent lives are lost. Most Americans would probably support that goal. But history teaches us something important. Every power created for a good reason still requires oversight. Because power without accountability has always raised questions. Now let's look at another piece of the puzzle. Flock safety cameras. You may have driven past them without ever noticing. Mounted on utility poles or intersections, they quietly capture images of passing vehicles. Not just license plates. They can also identify vehicle characteristics like make, model, color, and other visible features. The information is used by law enforcement to help investigate crimes and locate vehicles connected to criminal cases. Supporters say these cameras have helped recover stolen vehicles, locate missing people, and solve violent crimes. Critics argue they raise serious questions about privacy, long-term data collection, and how the information could be used in the future. Some cities have recently reconsidered or ended contracts with Flock over concerns about civil liberties, data governance, and public trust. So here's the question. Where is the line? How much surveillance is too much? How much privacy are we willing to trade for security? And who gets to decide? Think about how much data already exists. Your phone knows where you've been. Your vehicle may generate connected car data. Traffic cameras record intersections. Businesses use security cameras. Online companies collect browsing habits. Data centers around the world store unimaginable amounts of digital information. Every click, every search, every purchase, every location. Piece by piece, a digital version of our lives is created. Individually, each system may seem harmless. But what happens when information from many different systems can be connected? That's a question worth asking. Because information has become one of the most valuable resources on Earth. And wherever there is something valuable, money follows. Fusion centers cost money to operate. Camera networks cost money to install. Software platforms cost money to maintain. Cloud storage costs money. Artificial intelligence costs money. Those dollars come from somewhere. In many cases, they come from taxpayers. That raises another important question. Who receives the contracts? Which private companies build these systems? How much public money is being spent? How are those contracts awarded? Who audits the programs? Are taxpayers getting measurable results? These aren't conspiracy theories. They're questions every taxpayer has a right to ask. Government contracts, lobbying, campaign contributions, public spending. These are all legal parts of the political system, and they're matters of public record. The existence of lobbying or campaign contributions does not by itself prove wrongdoing. But transparency matters. The public has every right to understand how decisions are made and how public funds are used. Because accountability is one of the foundations of a free society. History reminds us that civilizations don't usually lose their freedom all at once. Change often happens gradually. One new program, one new technology, one new policy. Each one may seem reasonable on its own, until one day people look around and realize the world has changed. Benjamin Franklin is often credited with saying, "Those who would give up essential liberty to purchase a little temporary safety deserve neither liberty nor safety." Whether he said those exact words in the way they're commonly quoted is debated by historians. But the principle behind the quote continues to spark discussion centuries later. This isn't about rejecting technology. Technology has solved incredible problems. It has saved lives, connected families, improved medicine, made travel safer, and helped law enforcement solve crimes. The question isn't whether technology is good or bad. The question is, who controls it? Who oversees it? Who decides how it's used? And what safeguards exist to prevent abuse? Because every generation inherits freedoms from the generation before it. The responsibility of every generation is deciding which freedoms it will preserve and which ones it will slowly trade away. Maybe the greatest threat to freedom isn't one dramatic event. Maybe it's 1,000 small decisions that seem harmless when viewed one at a time. History doesn't always repeat itself, but it often leaves clues. The question is, are we paying attention? Or will future generations look back and wonder why no one asked the hard questions in time?